It's the Cornermen Radio, live with Barzini and Boxingeye. We want to welcome our guest. Is this Shawn Porter?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, good morning, man.
Good morning. I didn't oversleep, but I was driving, and my guy called like, "Hey, man, you forgot to call the radio." I said, "Oh, man, I'll call him right now." So my apologies for being late.
It's all good, man. But welcome to the Cornermen Radio Show, man. Let's get into it, Shawn. The first time I got a chance to see you live in Atlantic City against Phil in May of 2013, Lamont Peterson and Lucas Matthysse was the main event, and you was on the untelevised bout. And I was like, man, I'm impressed with this guy, man. My question is, now fast forward to 2017. Now your main events, no shade to Peterson and Matthysse, now they're undercard fighters. How you feel about that, man?
I think more than anything, it was a position I was always ready for, a position I always knew I'd be in. I guess maybe really to say I'm here now, and pretty much every card I'm on, I'm a main event. It's exciting. It's humbling as always, and it's pretty cool to look at the guys that are on the undercard, knowing that eventually they'll be in the same spot that I'm in. So it's really, man, I'm just doing my best to set my own example and pave a way for these other guys and keep the doors open for them.
Okay, cool. All right, my next question. There's a rumor going around that you might be fighting next month, August 25th, against a potential opponent, Thomas Dulorme, the Uber driver. Is this really true that you fighting next month?
You know what? Right now, honestly, to me, it's a rumor as well. I know my dad called me. I was actually in Ohio. This was about 4 weeks ago. He said, "Hey, man, start getting ready. They might have something for you." And I've been going at it now for about 4 weeks, and about 3.5, 4 weeks. And my dad says that we're going to New York this weekend. They'll tell us what's going on, and we should be making an announcement. So maybe the rumor's true, maybe it's not. We'll see real soon.
Well, what do you think about Thomas Dulorme as a fighter?
I mean, my dad, even yesterday, my dad's breaking it down to me yesterday. He says, hey, if it's Thomas Dulorme, we can't overlook this dude. My dad said his fights, the only two fights he's lost, the combining record of those guys is something like 61-3 or something crazy like that. So even though he is driving Uber and training at the same time and not getting big fights, or, maybe consider an opponent at this point, even with only 2 losses. I'll remind everybody out there that Showtime Shawn Porter has 2 losses, but he's still on top of the game, So even getting in the rings with somebody like Thomas Dulorme, I have to be at my best because, it just like I've lost 2 fights, he's only lost 2 fights or 3 fights, and, it could happen. So you got to stay on top of your game, no matter what somebody's been doing. Me personally, I'm like, yo, this man's driving Uber. Way back in 2012, I didn't fight at all. And I could have, if Uber was around, I would have been doing the same thing, So he's doing the best he can to make ends meet. Yeah, man. So, me, honestly, though, I find understanding in anything that somebody's going through, what they're trying to do with their life, especially when it comes to this boxing game. It's really easy to underestimate somebody. It's really hard to overestimate somebody. So with that being said, I do my best to try to look at all of the ins and outs of, man, this guy's an Uber driver, but why is he driving Uber? Is it because he's broke, because he didn't make the right decisions, or is it because he ain't getting the right price right now, So, but at any rate, I'm not going to overlook him at all.